Try it again. Take two. Sorry about that, everybody. I hope that you're doing well on your Thursday here. A little hot stove update. Dan Vaughn, voice of the Kansas City Monarchs. Glad you're along. Let's try it again. Sometimes technology does this when you're coming your way from where we're coming our way from. Let's roll the open. Got some news for you. Let's give it to you right now in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. I love her intro music. I love it. It just, it's cool. It's cool. Glad you guys are along on your Thursday. A little Monarchs hot stove update with you. And glad you're along. Good to see Nate out there. Some of you folks were on a moment ago. Little stop start there, but we're all good now. We're rolling right along. And I got a couple cool things. First, the new overlay. I got 3 new overlays I've kind of worked with. And this one's got the association and the Monarchs right there. Ooh ah, ooh ah. We got some cool ones to go with. We'll use this one to start with. This is going to be short. I'm not on the set today. You can see I'm probably somewhere else. We've done a few of these shows from location, and this happens to be today. I'm actually teaching. I have classes today and tomorrow. And so doing a little sub-teaching. But the show must go on. The hot stove goes on. We're getting ready for the 2021 Kansas City Monarchs baseball season, the American Association. Another intriguing signee. I say it every time. And you may have already seen this. Morgan did a great job of getting this out. Going to see Tim as well. Rolling. I hope it did. See, I did freeze up there, David. Sorry about that. I usually get pretty good internet here at school at Prince of Peace where I'm at today, but I had a little trouble in the start, and I had to restart, and I'm waiting to see that screen come back up again. But I do believe we are rocking and rolling again, so I do apologize for that. Sorry if that's the case. I'm not seeing it come up, but there we go. We're coming up. We're fine. Okay. A couple things I want to give you two as well. Two things. This is a um, interesting piece of video that I pulled up for Nick, and I thought it'd be good to share. It's not game stuff, but it's really slow down mechanics. Slowing. What you can do now. You can see these guys really slow, and you can do this too. We've done this with highlight videos over the course of the season last summer the highlight reels we did. But I want to play this for you. This is a really slowed down video from last season. If I can pull this up for you here, pardon me. There we go. And let's give you this. This is a really, it really, really slows down. Let me go ahead and press play. That would probably be a good idea. There we go. But this is really slow stuff. And I want you to get you an idea of the mechanics here. Right-hander Nick Treviso, again, joining Kansas City. And he just has that look about him. Looking at as far as the bio line for him, a 27-year-old born in Pembroke Pines, Florida, was drafted by the Reds in the first round in the 14 June draft out of Archbishop McCarthy High School in Southwest Ranches, Florida. Again, played for the United States under-18 team as well. I'm looking forward to getting a chance to chat with him about that because those teams are often stacked with future prospects, future D1 prospects, and it's always interesting to look back on those teams because the U.S. always, in the world rankings, always up there in the top 5 in the world in those under teams. Even, of course, obviously the national team, but all the rest of them, but always interesting to see that as well. What else we got? His last appearance in North America would have been in Billings in 19, as I mentioned. That's where he got released. I'm going to give you some stuff from the Cincinnati Enquirer as well that I dug up. This good note, though, unlike a lot of guys who have not played since 19, he has played winter ball recently. So he's on his way back from arm issues, making his way back. KC's his next stop. His first stop was in the Puerto Rican Winter League this last winter. He worked in 4 ball games, 9 innings, 1 start, 6 hits, 7 strikeouts, a pair of walks, and no earned runs allowed, no record. Actually, 3-0 in that time, 3 wins in relief. That short sample size there in 2020-21. So unlike a lot of guys who are going to be really having some rust to kick off, this young man is going to have recent baseball experience within a few months once we start spring training in May. So that's pretty good news right there to see that. So seeing him, and I'm going to bring that screen back down again because there we go. Sorry about that. Went a little long there on that, but you got the idea. But again, this is also interesting to note. This came from the Cincinnati Enquirer. I want you to realize just how cool this is on 2 fronts. First off, the brand of the Monarchs. This is something that Morgan, I don't think she knows this, but I'm going to kind of surprise her if she's watching this. This was actually in the Cincinnati Enquirer this morning. We oftentimes, even as the T-Bones old brand, but now as the Monarchs brand, you often get mentioned in other cities' papers, especially when guys are top-round draft picks. First-round draft pick like this, Treviso was mentioned in the Cincinnati Enquirer this morning, and it's really cool to see this. I'm going to put this on the screen for you, but this is actually was in the paper today in Cincinnati, and it's kind of cool to see this, but this was actually the paper this morning. There you go. And you see the graphic that Morgan did. The exact same one I just showed you was in the Cincinnati paper. And it just shows you how the reach of this new brand, the reach of the Monarchs brand, and how cool that is. And of course, you have a first-round pick. So it's obviously they want to cover the first-round pick of the Reds, but also getting that Monarchs name out there in another city, in a place that there'll be folks rolling through town and what the got the legends and check it out. I mean, that's a high possibility. So again, really cool stuff. I'm going to see Jonathan out there as well. But that's your update today. Now, coming up on Tuesday, I'm going to give you guys a little preview of the Tuesday show. Tuesday show, it's a good one. We're going to do a day early. I'm going to be out of town next Wednesday, and I will not be able to do the show. I'll be actually traveling during the day on Wednesday, so we're actually going to do the show on Tuesday. And Steve Schuster of the Winnipeg Goldeyes will join me. Steve, phenomenal young man. I think it'll be interesting to find out, the mood of things up there in Winnipeg. There's obviously some question marks with where we're sitting right now. We're playing, into Feb. March is coming up. Right now, there's still some concerns there. They really fought through it last year. And I thought what Winnipeg did to play all those games on the road was phenomenal. And we're going to talk to him about that. Plus, Steve's got some really good insight into analytics. He's an analytic guy, a lot of the new trends, and he's really into that. He also does his own research, throwing as well, and able to do spin rates and arm angles and things of that nature. And Steve will join us next week, and we'll also get you caught up on the hot stove, and we'll dive into the goings and comings in the association. One more note today, and I'll talk more about this next week. I don't often mention other teams' transactions, but I thought this one was pretty good to note because I always put this player on my he can play for my team any day roster. That's Michael Lang. Michael Lang was, of course, Sioux City for a number of years, and then he was traded to St. Paul and was up there, wound up in Fargo. But really a Kansas City killer and Ryan Flores. Remember Ryan Flores, that little crafty righty from Richland College down in DFW? He was always the guy that was the situational guy against Kansas City, especially that 19 playoff run. He was traded to Fargo for Michael Lang. So Michael Lang, who you may recall from the 2018 season, Lang was the young man in right field who lost the ball in the lights in Sioux City in that Game 5 decider, where that big bases clearing double, and in Kansas City, then known as the T-Bones, are going to win that series and go on to win the American Association the next round against St. Paul. Yeah, so it did freeze up, Dave. So I appreciate you guys fighting through it with me, though. So again, we'll be up on noon on Tuesday. So Tuesday, we'll come your way with another Monarchs Live. And we'll do it right here. We'll take your questions and comments. An hour-long show. We'll also have your Monarchs 101 with DV. We'll kind of break down some facts. I've been reading ahead to get you guys some new updates and new history lessons as we continue to absorb our Kansas City Monarchs history as well. Of course, all the information, tickets, and other information, memberships, all available at monarchsbaseball.com. And I'll put that up for the screen for you guys so you can see that as well. And of course, you can follow us on our social channels. We're all out there. And we've got, of course, the website, monarchsbaseball.com, and, of course, Twitter, Instagram, all the social channels. Of course, you're right here with us on Facebook. And you can follow me at Dan Vaughn, Vaughan Jr. Yes, on Twitter. I'll be sure to follow you back as well. Hope you have a great rest of your day. And in case you missed the news from the hot stove, I didn't even give you the hot stove graphic, did I? I got this new graphic. I got a lot of new graphics I did today. Let me try this one off for you. Do you guys like this one? Yeah, this one's kind of cool. It's a little more, I don't know, kind of, I love the flame. The flame, by the way, there's a story with these flames. I'm going to put on the screen for you guys. These flames that I'm putting up, the hot stove flames, that was my first real Photoshop project when I was teaching myself Photoshop during the whole lockdown and question would we play or not. It was one of those things I tried to get better at, and boom, there you go. Some hot stove flames with the hot stove right there with your Kansas City Monarchs. Well, have a great rest of your day. Again, we'll see you on Tuesday, noon, right here on Facebook Live. Let's be better tomorrow than we were today. Let's be better fans tomorrow than we were today. Let's continue to fight on and get better. We're gonna come out of this thing. We're going to be hugging each other, high-fiving, elbowing, fist bumps, whatever, at the ballpark real soon and cheering on your Kansas City Monarchs. Big shout-out, big thanks to Morgan for always providing great graphic work, and a big thanks to you guys out there watching us live and also on replay. The reason I believe we're the best, because you're the best, the fans of the Kansas City Monarchs. Much love, big virtual hugs. It's lunchtime for me at school. We'll see you on Tuesday at noon. And of course, all your breaking updates, we'll give them to you right here. Let's roll that close. Let's jam a little bit here. And 3, 2, 1, we'll see you on Tuesday, everybody.